Good morning. Happy Sunday. Welcome to your early morning intuitive guidance. I'm Dr. Bonnie Nussbaum, here with some words of wisdom to start your day off well. And just a quick reminder, we have Unity Cafe this morning, which is a Zoom call for 1 hour, 7 o'clock Central Time. If you're not already on my list, if you want to send me a private message or an email, Bonnie@empowermentandpurpose.com. Good morning, Ruth Ann. Glad you are here. I'll add you to our list and I'll send out the Zoom link shortly before the call. So, looking forward to that. I think we're going to have a good conversation today. And we have an interesting card today as well. Thank you for the sunshine, Ruth Ann. Appreciate it. Just get light here. Just light. So, yeah. heading for fall. Can tell the difference. Usually when I get up in the morning, it's already light. And now we're to the point where, nope, we're in the darkness when we're getting up. So, oh well, it was a good summer. It was a very good summer. So, we have a card today from the Native Spirit deck by Denise Lynn. She is of Cherokee descent. Good morning, Barb. Welcome. Glad you are here. So, as always, though, let's start with a little bit of tapping. So you can pick your spot. I happen to like this. Nice deep breath in. Let it go. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. Opening up. Letting go of stuck energy. Preparing to receive today's message. And one more for good measure. And if that's feeling really good to you and you want to keep breathing deeply and easily, feel free. Feel free. Otherwise, you can let your breath return to normal. As I said, Native Spirit deck, Denise Lynn. And the card we have for today is Spirit Keeper of the South. Spirit Keeper of the South. Good morning, Abigail. Glad you're here. And if you look across the top, you can see some interesting drawings. I like that. That looks like it's really good sunshine. Really good. Good morning, good morning. Glad everybody's popping in. So, one more breath. Let it go. Spirit Keeper of the South. Card meaning, abundance and prosperity in all forms. We've been hearing that repeatedly lately, haven't we? Same for expansion. Expansion. Surging energy. Activity, movement, rapid growth. Be open to receiving the bounty of the universe. And that might seem counterintuitive at this moment in time, given what's going on in the U.S. Good morning, Mel. But this card is basically speaking to the idea that the microcosm of the U.S. is not the be-all and end-all. It's not. There's abundance available on much greater planes. Good morning, Joniel. Welcome. Glad you are here. So, be open to receiving the bounty of the universe. For those of you, I know there's a couple of you who are in this position, this is a great time for medical procedures. So if you've got something booked, this is a great time for medical procedures. Your energy will be at a maximum. Your native spirit wants you to know, in the medicine wheel, the south is the direction that symbolizes the warmth of the noonday sun, summertime, the full moon, and a time of rapid growth. Crops grow with vigor during the summer months. In the human cycle, it also represents the vitality of childhood. And we all have that within. Regardless of where we're at on our life wheel, we all have that vitality and vigor of childhood still available to us. Still available. This is your time to shine. It's also a time for great bounty in all areas of your life. So again, you want to, as Mary Kay Ash would say, take the girdle off your brain and not buy into the oh, woe is us, this is a terrible time, blah, blah, blah. let that all go. We're creating our own time. We're actually creating that whole mess. So, energetically shift your focus to what is going well, what is working, what you choose, what you want, not from that place of desire, because then all you do is create more circumstances of desire, which oftentimes means you don't have what you want, but from that place of gratitude. I've already received it. So the old Jim Carrey story where he parks, I think it was in Beverly Hills, walks around and says, I already have all of this. I'm just waiting for it to arrive. It's already mine. Let's see. Open your arms to receive gifts from the universe. If you live in the Southern Hemisphere and draw this card, read Spirit Keeper of the North instead, for the meanings are reversed. I don't think at this point there's anybody on here who isn't in the Northern Hemisphere. But if there are some of you from the Southern Hemisphere and you'd like me to read you the Spirit Keeper of the North card, just send me a private message and I'll take a picture of the book and send it to you. The journey. Stand facing south during the midday. And today actually would be a good day for this because we're supposed to have a beautiful sunny day. So then I think the rain's starting to come in. Close your eyes and feel the warmth of the sun opening your heart center. Absorb the sunlight as you sense yourself absorbing the abundance of the universe. And I would suggest also feeling that sense of oneness with the universe. I've moved on to a new book, and it's called the Sophia Code. And the gist at the beginning part of this is a book, again, about up-leveling into the divine energy. The beginning part of this is about getting rid of that false sense of separation from all that is. That we are all that is. That every seemingly different thing is connected to us. We're connected to everything. And sometimes when I did retreats, one of the things I would do is have us all sit in a circle and take a ball of red thread, and someone starts it, and then they say a connection. Good morning, Beth. Glad you're here. They say a connection that they have to someone else in the circle. It can be as simple as we both have blue eyes, and then hand that ball of thread to the other person, who then hangs on to that part of it, and pretty soon we've got this whole web woven of the connections between us. Very powerful in terms of helping us see beyond what we've been trained to see, which is separateness, us and them, all that stuff. So, connection. Speaking of connection, again, we have Unity Cafe this morning, 7 a.m. Central Time, and I'm looking forward to chatting with a bunch of you. Several of you have private messaged me and said you'll be on, so I'm really excited about that. And we're going to be talking about, and if something else comes up to talk about as well, that is lovely, but we're going to be talking about communication and death and dying, the life cycle, how we've gotten some things wrong, what we could be doing differently to make our end of life far more vibrant than we typically allow in America at this point. So if that sounds like an interesting conversation and you'd like to participate and you're not already on my list, send me an email, bonnie@empowermentandpurpose.com, letting me know you'd like the link, and I'll get you added to our list. So, what are your thoughts on this? This Spirit Keeper of the South, this bearer of abundance and prosperity, expansion, surging energy, activity, doing, some sense of doing based on that feeling of abundance. If you had unlimited resources, what would you do? What kinds of things would you do? One of the things I always thought would be really, really fun was being a seed donor for people's ideas. So if someone wanted to create something that was going to make life better for others and just needed the little seed money to get it started, I could be that donor. It'd be interesting to do that, to hear what people come up with for their creative ideas and how much they think they need to fund that. So what about you? What if you had unlimited resources? What would you do? Also, I'd create my intentional community. If I didn't have to, and I don't, catch that, I don't have to rely on government funding to assist. I can find a way, make a way. So we're on the roll with that too. We'll see where that goes. Things kind of shifted a little bit now, given my news from earlier this week, which I'm not talking about as much right now because someone doesn't know yet. So hopefully Monday or Tuesday that person will know, and then I can burst forth with all of the things I want to say. So, happy Sunday. I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope you take some time to think about, if I had unlimited resources, what would I want to do? How would I want to make the world better? What would be my part of that path? And for those of you who I will see shortly, looking forward to our Unity Cafe call. And remember, we are all capable of far more than we think we are. Bye-bye.